Hello friends, it's Astro here and welcome back to the Needy Nerds prison where today we're going up to 13 nerds per day. Oh dearie me, this is gonna start... Oh hello, I've got a lot of deliveries waiting here and a person waiting to be let out, so that's okay, we'll let you out, off you go. Alright, so where were we? We've started out the big old holding cell here, which is slowly coming together, which is nice. There seems to be some cabling and stuff that still needs to go in, but that's okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. And this here canteen, now that it's starting to sort of take shape in here, this can be finagled about, I think. That's going to be the thing that we do today, a mega canteen. So let's get in. We'll demolish this little wall nubbin that's here. We're going to dismantle a bunch of these objects. Someone has been captured with an axe, which is not terribly great. Not terribly great at all, but it is to be expected. It is to be expected. We do have the crazy contraband mutator turned on, which means that, yeah, we do tend to get some bizarro things turning up in this place. Right, we'll go up to 2 speed, so that things happen a little bit faster. I want to remove this holding cell. I'm going to remove this section of the canteen here, and then what we're going to do is demolish all of these walls over here, like this, right? And now that that's been taken care of, all of these holding cell guys should go over in here, which they appear to have done. They should have all of the things that they need, which is nice. They do have the door propped open though, which is not so great, but that's okay for the time being. I think we can just about manage that. Where are we? It's the middle of the night. Let's do a little roll call. Oh my giddy aunt. Here we go again. So many tunnels in this place. So little time. That's okay. We've done our little search. We've done a little search up here as well. And hopefully... I mean, there doesn't seem to be... Really... I mean, there seem to be 2 here, which... or 3, which are doing a little flashy flash. I don't know if they got searched correctly. I can see that there is a little bit of tunnel here that needs to be removed, but I don't think there was anything fresh there. I think it's all kind of, oh my goodness, someone almost made it to the outside world. That ain't great. Okay, well, let's get in. Get our tunnels removed. We need to keep on top of this. We really do. Okay, so that's taken care of. Let's get this canteen resized. So rooms, canteen, and we will zonk that all the way out like this. We're going to get some... I'll tell you what. We'll keep it to this line here. And we'll extend the kitchen out to here. So we'll have like a little 2-wide corridor going into the canteen area. And let's get a whole bunch of tables and stuff plonked down up here. We'll just jam them right up into the corners like this. We can have some benches either side. That should do the trick. And then serving tables, I reckon, they can go down... Oh, well, there's a flippin'... Oh... There's a radiator in the way of one of them. I think we can probably go like this, and then we might need to remove and replace this radiator. We might want to replace this telephone as well, because I don't think that's really a good spot for it. And we could probably, I'll tell you what, let's do like this, and then we'll have that coming up to there, so that this kitchen, I can move this door up to that top spot there. And that way we can have the kitchen extended at the same time. Yeah? I'm probably doing a little bit too much in one blast. But that's okay. We'll do a shakedown. We probably need some more guards to help us with said shakedown. We'll take it up to 40, which is a lot, but we are doing okay for cash at the moment. We seem to be, you know, doing relatively well. Okay, that's being done. A couple of people had some battering rams. Microphone. Someone must have been podcasting from their cell, which is cool. I totally support the doing of podcasts in people's cells. I mean, it is a way that people can express their creativity and, you know, basically just do something to fill the time and you know, add a little bit of fulfillment and happiness to their lives. And maybe once they're released, they can then go on to become, I guess, a radio announcer or something to that effect. I don't know if people really, you know, enjoy working in radio these days. I certainly don't think that I would, just because of the just because of the way that the industry has changed. But that's a whole different story and a whole different kettle of fish. Right. So we've got one table down. There is no food at the moment for these boys, which is a bit of a problem. And I fully anticipate that they will get very stroppy very soon if we don't start prioritizing getting things like these 2 serving tables up and running. And then then we need to duplicate out, where are we? Quick build, clone this table set, and we need to have a whole row of these. Oh, look at this. It fits so perfectly. We can have them dotted all the way down. There has been a death, which is not great, but we can dot all of these down like this. I might even be able to expand this reception slightly. It's probably not a bad idea, because this is extremely tight at the moment. Extremely tight. And it's probably making it a little bit difficult to bring in our now 13 prisoners per day. Some more cookers, and probably some more, where are they? Cooks. We'll have 2 more cooks in there. And that should hopefully help to keep these boys well fed in this area. See, we lost a guard. We've got a bit of blood there, which is not great. It's not great, but it's fine. It's fine. And in this canteen, I think it's also important for us to have some toilets that can go like straight across here. Lots of them. Some shower heads, because this is like, I'm trying to overkill the whole situation here nowadays. Trying to keep these boys, you know, controlled and satisfied in everything that they do. It may work. It may not. We'll see. We will see. And we'll get some hot and cold water connected in there. Someone did mention that there needed to be some additional pressure. Aha, yes. We do need some additional pressure up in the maximum security wing. I wonder if I can just link that down to there and see if maybe that will get us the pressure that we need. And if not, I'll put a little nubbin there, and we can bring a hot water pipe, a large pipe straight up to here to help feed the rest of this zone. How are they doing for hot water? Okay, hot water they're okay, but cold water, which is interesting, it's coming from roughly the same place, is just not quite doing what we need it to do. How are we doing for power? This bad boy over here is pretty much maxed out, and I'm worried that if I connect those guys up, then this will max out, but we can pop in some additional capacitors, and that should hopefully take the slack. There we go. We've had another 2 deaths, which is not great. It's definitely not going to help us out, but that's fine. That's fine. We do expect a few deaths to occur here and there. This is pretty crazy what's going on in here. The amount of food that's being served up, dearie me. Okay, but at least there's lots of space for these guys to sit now. There's lots of space to sit. What I might do, I'll just double check. Ah, yes, you see? Here we go. So let's remove this patrol, and then during eat time, we're going to have a new patrol that runs this way. Right? And we probably want a dog and an armed guard as well, just to keep everyone suppressed. Yeah, I think that'll probably do us. We do have a guy here permanently, but I think that can probably go. And then we'll extend this one and put 2 guards in there, and then 1 dog and 1 armed guard. That should do the trick. That should help us to keep this area a little bit more under control. A little bit more under control. And at the moment, it looks like it's kind of doing its thing, isn't it? I'm pretty happy with this. Should we have a few phone booths? Or maybe a television? I feel like yes. Maybe we'll put a phone booth at the end of each of these rows. So while you're sitting there having your sloppy joe, you can just turn around, grab the phone, call your mum and say, "Mum, I do miss your sloppy joes. They were so much better than the tripe that they feed us here. This food here is just disgusting and inedible and unacceptable, and we found a tunnel." Oh dear. Hang on. Let's do a quick roll call and see if we can figure out where the problem is here. This guy, okay. They've all come out. Everything seems to be fine. We can probably release them now, and we can continue searching these cells and figuring out where all of these tunnels are. There are a few of them. We just had a little hiccup there while the game did its autosave, but that's fine. These things do happen. And do we need I think we need more sinks in here. I think we need more sinks. And I'm going to put 2 in, just like this. Maybe a third. Yeah, look, we'll do a third, just to be on the safe side. And we'll hook those up with some hot water. I guess, like, straight up through the middle of them? Yeah, that'll do. There we go. Okay, how do we do with the pressure up here on the cold water? Did it help? It did. Okay, so they're all fully pressured up now. So these guys now have, you know, Tapper can now actually flush his toilet, which is kind of nice. I feel like having a toilet in your cell and having the ability to actually flush any poos that are in that toilet, it's probably a nice thing to have. I can't imagine that going to bed with a big stinky poo in your toilet is going to be a pleasant thing. I can't imagine that'd be nice. Right. So, that is minimum security canteen and kitchen, retooled, reshuffled, a big old holding cell to handle any changes in influx there. I think we do have a couple of bunk beds that we can place down, the ones that were pulled out of the existing holding cell. And this holding cell is now, you know, basically taken care of. It's looking good. I think this is really nice. I wonder if maybe we should have a patrol in here. I feel like we should. Okay, let's do. And we'll have that during the night time, and we'll have that straight through here at night time. And lock up? Maybe. Now, we'll just do nighttime for now, just to keep an eye on these boys and see what they're up to. Make sure that they're not causing any fracases, and we can probably stop this being locked open as well and keep them sealed in here. I don't know how they're going to be sleeping with all these arcade cabinets making doobly-doop noises all evening, but that's fine. That's totally fine. Ooh, a notebook page. Administrative staff. An accountant, a lawyer, doctor, psychologist, foreman, administrator, warden, head chef, when required, allows something of what food is served when, makes prisoners happier and healthier, can also provide on-site food to your staff. Oh, well, that's something that they took away. And chief engineer allows advanced devices like CCTV. Okay, I guess they found that they didn't need that in the game after all. They decided to leave those things out, but that's cool. The game's great without them. Oh, it really is. It really is, this game. God, I love it so much. Speaking of CCTV, we currently only have one of these bad boys, and it's currently connected to, 5 devices? So we can have a couple more. I feel like maybe... Should we have some cameras in here to keep this sort of visible the whole time? Or is it kind of unnecessary? It's kind of unnecessary, isn't it? Okay. What else do we need? These guys have got their bits. That's fine. These guys are all, like, they've got shitty cells, but they're okay. And their kitchen seems to be doing the trick. I mean, there's not many of them to be told. I wonder, I could put a couple more cookers in for them, but we'll see. We'll keep an eye on them tomorrow, and we'll see how they're faring and see how many of them are actually getting fed. Right, where are we? It's 6:15 in the morning. We still haven't gotten too far in this illegal narcotics. We're only 60% through on that, but that's okay. We can keep chugging along. We've got 4 prisoners due for release soon, which is great. And we have basically made no progress on our manufacturing. If we look in logistics up here, it still says that there are 0 qualified prisoners. And if we look at, where is it? Programs. 1 has passed, awesome. 8 are interested, great. But no one's actually passing at the moment. I think it's all of the high-sec guys are just kind of, their attention span is very low. Like, they don't seem to really give 2 shits when they're doing this. They just stand around twiddling their thumbs and, you know, just farting about and scratching their name into the table and all that sort of stuff, instead of actually focusing on learning how to do the thing. Which is a bit of a shame, but to be fair, it's kind of understandable. You know, it's kind of understandable that they wouldn't really give too much of a shit. And, you know, maybe we can sort them out later on. But for now, I wonder if we should consider trying to secure this a little bit harder. It's been quite some time. since I've really sort of bothered with thinking about this, but a perimeter wall that comes... I kind of want it to come down like this. Oh, that's going to be very expensive. $3,000. And then straight across like this. Oh, my giddy ass. Look at how pricey this is. Oh, okay. And then... Oh, I can't even afford one piece of this. Yeah, right. That's a lot of moolah. But it should hopefully help to alleviate the tunneling ambitions of these chaps. Like, they're going to have to... Now, they're going to have to probably cut this way and then try and get out of this fence here, right? These guys here will cut straight that way because they'll see this as a greater obstacle. But what we can do is just carry on slowly adding to this fence. And as we get more and more prisoners cycling through via paroles and what have you, I think we'll be well placed to carry out the finalization of this here thing. Are there any grants that we can do? There's this guy, but I'm not sure how we're going to do on that, quite frankly. That might be a wee bit difficult. That would be very difficult. And I guess we can at least get it on the board. We're at 52% of that at the moment, which means that we need another 50 cells. So that's going to require another one of these blocks up here. And then I guess we'll need to extend all of these blocks downwards. And that's part of the reason why I put that large fence so far to the south, right? I want that to be down here so that when I do extend these blocks this way to get another, about 8 cells per block, it's going to then, it's going to then give us a good boost towards cell block C. It's going to take us some time. And I think really the key there is going to be getting these bad boys up and running so that we have, excuse me, so that we have a lot of, high density cells that are contributing towards the total count. Good. Okay. Still no drugs found today, so the illegal narcotics is stuck at 60%. Still, hopefully someone, when they're brought in, like maybe Ansley's going to have some weeds on him, and maybe we can then use that to boost this up and get another 15 grand, which we can then... Hello, we've had an escape. Straight out through the front door. Dang it. All right, well, once we get this big fence up and running, and it is going to take us some time, I think the next thing we need to ponder is getting a perimeter fencey sort of job out here to keep that area restricted. I think that's going to be the next critical thing that we need to think about. We have found a tunnel here. We have found a couple of tunnels up here, but thankfully, we got 10 grand. Where did that come from? Did we... Oh, I see. Oh, my goodness. Wowzers. Okay. Well, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm extremely happy with that. Guys, please keep doing the paroles. You are doing extremely well with the paroles, and I'm very pleased of it. Buy it. Please buy it. Yes, it is nice. It is very nice. And what we're going to do is we're going to do like this, and we'll replace that. This one comes up here. How much cash have we got? How much should we spend on this? Another $11,000? No. I'm just going to go to sort of here, and we'll sort of stage it, right? I don't want to do it all in one hit, because I think that actually, you know what? Cancel those two. Cancel that one. And we'll bring it out to here, and then replace this down to here, and then demolish this wall here, like that. That's how we're going to do it. That's how it's going to flow. That's how it's going to go. And this way, this can go and be joined on, to, I guess, like, we'll go a little bit further, and we'll join it on there for now, and we'll create these sort of airlocky zones where we can, we can seal people in. We'll put some barbed wire on this as well, although putting barbed wire on the fence, where is that? Is it in objects? It is, isn't it? It's $200 a throw as well, right? So that takes this $200 per square wall and makes it a $400 per square wall. So it's not for the faint of heart. It is a wee bit expensive. But that's okay. We seem to be doing pretty well at the moment with the cycling people in and out. So hopefully, he says, we should be able to keep making a good amount of cash, and yeah, continuing that wall. Well, there you go. I'm pretty happy with that. That's some good progress today. Big kitchen, big canteen, and oh, shiza. All right, Warden. A power surge has caused our generator to overload and catch fire. All right, everyone, going to bang up. Let's get an emergency fire engine team, and we'll get 2 of those. One can go here, and one can go here into the workshop, and we'll try and contain this before it spreads. It is spreading. It is spreading. Okay, guys, do your thing. Get some squirts happening, and see what you can do about getting this place under control and extinguished. Alright. We got it. We got it. Alrighty. Nice work, gents. Very happy with how you've handled that. That was expertly handled. I'm extremely pleased. I mean, I'm not pleased that it happened, but it did happen. And, you know, who are you going to call? Firebusters. As you do. Now, let's get in then. We'll tweak this out. We'll fix up the damage that has been caused by said fire. It shouldn't take us too long, because there's really not a huge amount, thankfully. In our utilities, we have lost a few cables here. We have lost a couple of pipes here. We can actually take the bang up off. Can we? Yes, we can. Okay, good. And that should take care of itself momentarily. So I'm pretty happy with that. Pretty happy with how, well, I'm not happy that there was a fire, but I'm happy with how we handled the fire. I'm wondering if it's, okay, let's do this as well. Let's dismantle that, and then let's have a jail door. We'll have a large one, fine, why not? We'll have a large jail door there. This guy is trapped, so what we can do, yes, we'll have a door there as well to let people in and out of this little tiny zone. I could make this the, you know, a yard for the maximum security guys, but I feel like that's probably a bad idea. I feel like I shouldn't do that. What I'll do, though, is just double check my deployment and make sure that this is all marked as staff only, right? And this, when it reappears, should be staff only. This common room is maximum security. That needs to be maximum security. Or when that, oh gosh. Okay, and this is fine. Common room here, that needs to be minsec only. And there is a tunnel. Okay, we need a roll call. We'll double check. They are still trying to dig this way, which is nice. I mean, having them hit this, they should then theoretically find it very difficult to dig under the perimeter wall. And hopefully, this will help us to keep things safe and contained. Okay, how we doing, boys? Everything looking good? We found a couple of tunnels. I don't think we've found the one that gets to here, though. There's a couple of shorties, but nothing big. Nothing big. Okay. And we've sniffed one out here, but we haven't been able to find one. Have I lost my... I'm sure I had a guard patrol up here during sleep time. I do. I want another roll call. We've had 2 escapes. Out through the front door again. Okay, so the front door is... Hello. Ah, interesting. Oh, I see. Okay, I have made an error. So by removing that piece of fence, or removing that door, I should say, these guys just tunneled and then popped up in the yard and then legged it. So, okay, that's on me. That's on me. I did that. I did do that. That was a bit of a boo-boo, but that's okay. That's okay. Oops, roll call's still active. Poor dudes, they're all standing outside their friggin' cells. Okay. Standing around and going, guys, please, we want to go back to bed. All right. So we found all of these tunnels. Hopefully, we can remove them all and then reset. And then tomorrow morning, we'll crank it up to 14 prisoners per day. And we'll see what we can do about holding this ship and keeping it under control. Friends, thank you very much for watching me. I do hope that you enjoyed this episode and that you're enjoying this series. If you like it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and say hi in the comments down below. And I'll see you next time.